Hello there, many thanks for joining us on Joy Asanye Live this beautiful evening. Our conversation today will be exploring with you why public speaking is important. You know what they say, fear of public speaking ranks higher than fear of death for many people. I know in instances where when you bring the mic at an event to some individuals, they just freeze. Well, today's world, the ability to communicate clearly and confidently can determine whether your ideas are heard, your careers, advances, or leadership makes an impact. That's how important public speaking is. So we would be talking about what we'll get to Toastmasters, an organization that has made communication their business, how it contributes to that mission, what challenges and opportunities you see ahead, especially in our local and regional context. We'll be talking to Banyinorim Agbo, who is the Vice President Education of Toastmasters. You know, she's also a media practitioner and a storyteller. Toastmasters is a global non-profit whose mission is to help people build confidence in public speaking, improve leadership skills, and become more effective communicators. Through its structured meeting roles, feedback systems, and educational pathways, Toastmasters offers more than just speaking practice. It helps members grow personally and professionally. There's so much to unpack on today's edition, as they're having an event tomorrow. That's Saturday, that's 12th of September. We'll get into all that in a bit. We'll go for a short break now, and when we come back, it'll be time to delve into public speaking, why it's important, how can you pitch and make impact just by communication. Being joined by the very important Vice President Education of Toastmasters, whose role is about guiding members through their educational journey, and that's ensuring that they only speak better, ensuring that they do not only speak better, but grow into leaders who can influence change. With her experience and passion, she brings unique insights into why communication is such a vital skill and how Toastmasters is creating that transformation both locally and globally. Welcome, Banyinorim Agbo. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Joy Asanye. Yeah.
When you hail me like that, I'm finding myself blush. I shouldn't do that. Allow me to be professional. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. I mean, Toastmasters is an organization I've been wanting to join for some time now.
Why are you stalling?
I'm not stalling, and I'm happy we have this conversation because it's very important. Like I said in my opening, it's if you do not communicate well, we're in a world where in these times when if you cannot communicate well, the impact of your noble ideas, you will not be able to get impact, you'll not be able to get an audience. It is very vital, but it can also be abused, and that is why I would really love to have the conversation with you. So welcome.
Thank you very much for having me, Joy. So Toastmasters is actually 101-year-old this year. It started in 1924, and for something to have grown to 100, to a century, it shows how impactful it has been so far. So we started by a young man, Ralph Smedley. He just learned that, okay, communication is very important, and it's important for people to speak right, and it is something that cuts across every profession you have. You always need to communicate with people. So what Toastmaster does is to teach you, and you learn by doing. You don't just sit in a class and then you have people lecture you, tell you what to do and what not. No, Toastmaster has a pathway where everybody who is part of a Toastmaster or who joins a Toastmaster goes on this platform and learn. And how do they learn? They learn through different pathways that they end up picking. So it's not only about public speaking, it's about leadership, it's about a community you build around yourself to encourage each other. There are also mentors in Toastmasters who help you, tell you more about how to perfect not really how to perfect, because it's called a feedback system. So after speaking, they can tell you, okay, this is your strength in speaking, but it's important for you to add this to make yourself better, because you can only get better while doing. So Toastmasters is a community that I joined in the last 5 months, and to be very honest, it has really transformed me as a person. And I'm the vice president of Ganye Gardens Toastmasters. We meet we meet bi-weekly. That's every second Wednesday and every fourth Wednesday of a month at Ganye Gardens. Yes.
Wow, that's very interesting. But most importantly, it also speaks to the reason why you could start something that will help people from different parts of the world. 101 years. That's quite impressive. That's quite impressive. And I can just imagine when he started. And communication is one aspect of life that we take for granted a lot. We don't even know that you're not communicating for impact. Sometimes you're just talking.
Exactly.
You get to a room, you talk, but your body language also says something.
Absolutely.
The way you phrase your speech, your words also means a lot. And after this, we're going to Ganye Gardens.
Yes, you should go to Ganye Gardens. Like I said, it's not only about speaking. We also do leadership trainings as well, because your speech, how you speak, how you use your gestures, just speaks about the kind of person you are and the kind of leader you're going to make. So that's what Toastmasters is about, not just the speaking, the leadership, the network, because a lot of people come from different walks of life to come together. So it's something that everybody should really be a part of. And I actually also have news, and you should be part of it.
Oh yes, well. I had actually wet everybody's lips. I told them there's going to be news. You will come, tell us what's going to be happening on the 12th of September. 13th. I keep getting it wrong.
Please don't get it wrong, because if you lose, you snooze.
So yes, 13th of September. We will get to all of that, but let's go through your journey. Why did you decide to be part of this community? And you said 5 months. That 5 months is quite short, and yet you have grown to be the vice president education. I am really impressed.
Okay, so thank you very much for asking that, because it's very important. Like I mentioned, Toastmasters program isn't about an instructor. It's not about an instructor coming to instruct you. It's about learning from each other and giving each other feedback. So Ganye Gardens Toastmaster is 5 years old on Saturday, and hence the picnic we're going to be having. But that's not what this is about. So 5 months ago, I attended an interview, and believe me, not 5 months ago, like before 5 months, let's say about 7 to 8 months ago, I attended an interview, and I sucked very badly at it. It was an opportunity for me to progress in my career, but for some reason it just was bad. Why? Because I was probably nervous. I couldn't communicate my feelings properly or articulately to the person who was actually asking all the questions. So it made me feel like I wasn't good enough. But then I realized that it is not a case that I'm not good enough. I was just unable to communicate my feelings or construct my thoughts in such a way that it can be well received by the person who was listening to me. Then a friend told me about Toastmasters, and I was like, why not? If this is going to help my life, I mean, why not? So I joined Toastmasters, and since then it's been better, and I realized that there's no need for me to be afraid. I just need to keep on speaking. And when I joined Toastmasters, like I said, it's a community where we all support each other. So it's not like
you don't feel like you're such a dumb person.
Exactly. Everybody's learning. You can even see somebody who has been part of Toastmasters for like 5 years, 10 years, still speaking, and another person is giving them an evaluation and letting them know, okay,
excuse me, you shouldn't have said
this
it like
is what you did, and I think you can improve in this. And the person takes it, okay. So I'm like, this is nice. Like, it just makes you comfortable when you're around people who have the same mindset, the same growth growth-oriented mindset. It's
Right.
like, okay,
Especially no inhibitions in an environment where you know everyone here is learning.
exactly. So there's no instructor. It's just everybody supporting each other, giving valuable feedback, not advice, just feedback,
Feedback.
telling you, okay, this is
Is it
what you did.
intentional to use the word feedback
Exactly.
instead of advice?
Yeah, so not an advice. We're telling you, wow, you did very great in this aspect. You did wonderfully here, but I believe that
If you had
done
only,
this,
yeah.
you'd have been better. So when you have somebody point out your excellence or your PowerPoint, like where you did so great, and then they tell you, okay, this is where you didn't do that great, you feel, okay, I have strength here, and then I should do better in this
I think
aspect.
my bosses should join Toastmasters. I mean, see how you're correcting so so well.
Exactly.
Not that you are so wrong, and
No, we
sometimes
don't do
you
that.
get these. Sometimes you get those corrections, and you leave. Your mental health is completely in disarray, and you don't even get the feedback. I mean, you probably put your mind, your blood, sweat and tears into that action, and this person is screaming. Some of us cannot thrive in that situation, and so a lot of people look at Toastmasters and many communities like this and say it's for rich people. I mean, it's for the older people.
Okay.
I've heard several like that. What does it entail to be part of the Toastmasters?
Okay, so Toastmasters isn't for the rich. And it's not for old people. As you can see, I'm not old.
I'm surprised. Vice President,
You're
Vice President,
So it's actually just a community where if you're interested, you can surely afford. It's a $60 payment per 6 months. So let's say $120.
Okay, that's fair.
Absolutely, for what you're getting,
Yes,
you're getting
exactly.
a community, you're getting network, you're getting support, friendship, you name it. Apart from the actual public speaking and leadership programs you're actually going to learn in eventually. So I think when you're trying to talk about things like these, organizations that give you value, it's not enough for you to just say, to measure it in Naira and Kobo, because
Of course.
if you actually calculate everything you do over Naira and Kobo, you really do nothing and you gain nothing.
I'm trying to remember that saying that if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. So that just fit into the conversation. But how has the reception been for young people? Because I think that young people really need like the Toastmasters community to get them, because sometimes you meet a young person at an event, they don't even know how to approach, and they inadvertently are disrespectful, you know, and there are words you don't use at certain gatherings. I mean, there are words you don't use towards your peers. I'm African. I mean, I love where I come from. I grew up with strokes. You know how to greet your older person. You know how to respond to them. I feel like young people are losing that. So how has the reception been for young people? Would I come there and see professors only? Or I will see more people like you who would be relatable to the likes of me, because I don't want to sit with professors. I'll feel dumb.
That's not what Toastmaster is about. Everybody who joins Toastmaster comes with a mindset to learn. So there are professors in Toastmasters.
At least I know professors. I know professors.
Yeah, there are professors in Toastmasters. There are medical doctors. There are lawyers. There are businessmen, TikTokers. We're talking about traders. Just people who want to learn. So when you come to a community like that, it's just easy. First off, nobody calls you by your official role. Everybody calls you by your name.
Oh, really?
Toastmaster, you're just a Toastmaster. So you're not a professor, Toastmaster, doctor.
Oh.
Nope. You're just a person
Toastmaster
who is coming to learn.
Right.
And anybody can give you feedback. You can be a prof and you speaking, and then somebody who probably just has a first degree is giving you feedback, because everybody has one goal to achieve, to communicate. So it's very flexible. It's a very chill. If you ask me as a Gen Z, I'll tell you it's chill. everywhere is just calm, really. I've not felt that way in the last 5 months. I mean, I'm the vice president education and I joined within 5 months. So it's something, the leadership actually comes year after year. Like every year, new people come in, and it depends on your commitment. Since it's an NGO, you're not paying for, you're not obliged to do anything. So if you're committed to your growth and you show up, it's even important and better for you to take leadership role, because it makes you even more active in the system. It makes you understand the system better, makes you to network better, makes you to communicate better, because through taking up roles, you learn. And
absolutely.
in different Toastmasters meeting, we have different roles that are played. You should join Toastmasters so I do not have to start explaining over and over. But it's, I understand. I'm just trying to say it's such a chill system. Anybody can fit in. You play roles, even if you suck at it, even if you do badly, someone is there to tell you, oh, you did great here, but you can do better here. And because of the evaluation and feedback system, it makes everything even better. Because I don't think I've attended any Toastmasters meeting where maybe a prof, in fact, I don't even know who is a prof or who is not. Do you get,
because everybody's Toastmasters?
Yes, everybody's Toastmasters. So I can't even remember a time when anybody spoke and then there's no feedback for the person.
Really?
Yeah, I can't. In the last 5 months, and I'm pretty sure I've asked this question, and they're like,
there's always something. There's always something.
Always something. You can't get too good at this thing.
Right.
There's always, I bet you can even call one of the best stars we have, yourself and any other person. And if you're listening to them and you understand what Toastmasters is about, you'll surely pick out something that you will learn, and also you can tell the person, you did great here, but I believe if you did better in these aspects,
it would have been really
it would have been excellent. So just know, you have great speeches, but when you say excellent, 100 over 100, so because of that feedback and evaluation system, it just makes everybody the same and everybody focused on growing.
Well, at the beginning of the show, I said some people would rather die than speak in public. So we've spoken a lot about how important communication is, but public speaking, how important is it to equip yourself with all these skills, just so that if you have to speak, you speak with purpose?
Okay, so public speaking doesn't mean you have to be an MC. Public speaking actually starts from interpersonal communication. Once the crowd turns from 1 to 2 to 3, you're already speaking publicly. And the essence of speaking publicly or being great at public speaking is for people to make sense of what you're saying.
Absolutely.
For people to decipher the point, the purpose of your speech. And that is what Toastmasters is about.
Why do you think you became the vice president education?
Why do I think?
How did you emerge vice president education?
Please, let's not make this conversation about me.
I can't help myself.
I'm sure you know why, because
I don't know.
I mean, 7 months ago when we were working together, I was not even in Toastmasters. Exactly. All of a sudden, I'm vice president education. Exactly. So,
and because I'm very competitive, I want to come and know exactly how you became vice president.
First of all, you don't get paid for this thing.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I'll add it to my name. Oh yeah, I add it to my CV. How can I be president education?
Okay, fine. You shouldn't be trying to get vice president education. It's not like you should be going for the president.
That's what I'm saying. How can I be president education?
Okay, so the first step for you to be president is for you to join Toastmasters. When you join Toastmasters, Victoria Asata,
they'll recognize my many skills and give me president. Was that what happened to you?
What?
Was that what happened to you?
Okay. Well, it was about my commitment.
Why education?
Why education? So being the vice president education means, or the vice president education is like let me not say bedrock, I'm trying to get the right word to use. It's a very crucial part of a club, because every 2 weeks glamorous or whatever. They just needed somebody available, and I was always available. I was always ready to, okay, give me the task, I'm ready to do it, I'm ready to.
Right. You were dedicated.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were committed. Right.
That's really it. I just wanted to learn.
Okay. Well, I am interested, and I promise I would be. I'm a bit more competitive. That's your role is inspiring me enough to join Toastmasters, be more committed, and probably get. But it's time to go for a short break.
I feel you should be the president.
Exactly. It's time to go for a short break. We're still discussing communication for impact. What should you do? How should you position yourself so that you can build influence, overcome public speaking fears? And we've been discussing communication for impact, the importance of public speaking in today's world. Now the question now goes, we have brought the conversation to this point where I just want to know, Toastmasters has been here for so long, over 100 years. That's something to I wish there was somebody to give the handshake and say well done for bringing this initiative, because I mean, where do you go when you look left, right and center and realize you lack the ability to communicate well, especially in public spaces? Now, but how important is this peer feedback that you mentioned? Because you say you get feedback. Some people take it to heart. Do you get instances like that, or as you are on your way there, just know that you are going to be evaluated, there's going to be feedback? Please don't take it to heart. It is all for your good.
Yeah. Okay, so the thing is, I mentioned pathway learning, and before you get to the point where you have to give feedback, you must have gone through a level in your pathway. And there is a pathway where you learn about feedback and evaluation. It may be the fourth path on your base camp.
Right.
So there's a base camp for every Toastmaster where lots and lots of information is on. So when you get to that part, you read about how to give feedback. And on the base camp, you will know the difference between feedback and advice, like I said. So there's a clear difference which you will learn about. So you're learning about it, and after learning, you can be able to give feedback, and feedback in such a way that you are not going to hurt the person.
Right.
So there's constructive feedback where you're telling the person, and okay, so Toastmaster has a method which they give feedback. That is the 2 C's and the arrow. The arrow C, that's the recommendation, comment. So you comment first,
right,
you recommend, and then you commend again. So the CRC method, actually. So when you read about it, it will tell you, okay, if this person has done great in this point, you mention it first. Okay, you did very great in this aspect of your speech.
Sorry, not to cut you. I know individuals who run with the good part and they won't even stay long enough.
But it's for your own good.
I know it.
It's for your own good, because you're going there.
I know individuals who are so full of themselves that immediately you say they're good, they're like, I knew it. I knew I was that good. And by the time you're talking about, I wish you did this better, they've already done.
Well, that's the person's detriment, actually, because, so like I said, the commendation part, and then you recommend, then you commend again.
Right.
So you have to learn about it, and Toastmasters is going to teach you all of this. So they'll teach you how to give valuable and constructive feedback.
Evaluation and feedback,
yeah,
right.
So even if the person, I don't think somebody can do so badly. At least
not to be funny, but that's where I was going to. There's some people who have done terribly.
So even if the speech is so bad, at least maybe the topic will be interesting. Like maybe
sometimes you can't point at anything good.
So that's why we don't have people like Toastmasters.
I would join.
But hopefully when you join and you go through the process, it will even help you reset your mind.
Okay. To see the good in people.
Yes, actually you'll see better. Like no matter how bad someone is, there'll be something to take away from the person eventually. There'll be something great. There'll be something for you to recommend. And we also are trying to build a community. Or over the years, we've built a community where everybody is relaxed. Everybody feels at home. And that's what Ganye Gardens in particular does. So Toastmasters in Ganye Garden actually creates an environment where people feel at home.
Okay.
It's it's a very homely place.
Right.
We have young people in the leadership at this point, and people.
I mean, here you are, you're vice president. Vice president. I just wanted to say, I mean, how do you communicate the value of Toastmasters to people who may not already know? I mean, you've said it over and over, but you amongst your peers who you see also struggle without coming off as a bit judgmental or as if you're criticizing, how do you communicate this to them, and what's their feedback in their pathway? I'm using all the Toastmaster words here.
You're already a Toastmaster.
I know.
Just come already.
So what strategies basically are effective when talking to your peers, when talking to people, especially locally among your community?
Okay. So I already know that communication is something that a lot of people wish to be
good at,
be great at. It hasn't been very difficult for me, especially people who have known me so far and they've seen the progress I have made since joining Toastmasters. So if I see someone struggling with communications and I tell them, okay, this has been my journey. There was a time I was unable to speak publicly, and there are people who know that after joining Toastmasters, I was able to excel through learning by doing. I always show up in every meeting and I always have a speech prepared.
Right.
So what I do is to just invite them. So just come for a Toastmasters meeting. You're not paying for anything as a guest. You're just joining, and once you come and you see how we conduct our meetings, you see how effective the environment is after a meeting, you see how people are responding to each other on their own. They just ask me, when is your next meeting? I want to join. Do you understand? And we also give opportunities for guests to air their views, to speak about how they feel after the meeting. We also have a segment where guests can speak on any topic they are comfortable with, or maybe any topic given to them. So when you explain this to them and you invite them after the first meeting, it's always like, okay, I'm already part of Toastmasters. I want to be part of Toastmasters. So that has actually been the strategy I've used so far. I just tell them, just come for a meeting. I don't even need to speak too much. Just come for a meeting. And people who have actually seen where I've come from so far, people that have watched me, my friends, they know how I struggled at some point.
I didn't know.
Thank
I
you.
couldn't tell. I couldn't tell you were particularly struggling.
Well, I didn't have the confidence I do have right now.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
When people see me now, they're like, okay, I would like to eat what you're eating. I would like to have what you're having. And obviously, it's Toastmasters. And like I said, you can always join us every second and fourth Wednesday every month for a meeting. It's free. You can join the meeting, just see how it is. It's also hybrid. You can also
join virtually.
Just see how it is. There's no pressure on your own. You'll be willing to join when you see
what's going on. But what are the plans for younger people? And I mean, I wanted to ask, how old should one be before you attend the meeting? And what are the plans? Do you have initiatives that also help younger ones? Because I would have been way better if I only had speaking opportunities earlier. Thanks to where I worship at the time, there were programs where you had to, the miming that we did and all that. So that helped me. However, some young people really need that plan too. As Vice President Education, I'm asking that. With your office, ma'am,
please just come to Ganye Garden on a second and a fourth Wednesday of every month. Once you come, you can speak even as a guest.
Oh, okay.
You can listen to other people's evaluations. You can listen to prepared speeches. And you're not too young. We have guests even 18, 16 coming to the club and contribute. So
Right.
you can always be part of it. And by the way, it's an NGO, so it's nobody's business really.
Per
Nobody's
se,
Yeah, it's
right.
nobody's business. Just come in and get what you want and leave. Like, the only thing I can offer you right now is the advice. Just come for our club meetings on the second Wednesday and the fourth Wednesday of every month at Ganye Gardens.
Okay, so now you were talking about what you have for us.
Okay.
Are you trying to find your voice? Bayin is right here to give us all you need to know. Bayin has something to let out of the a cat to let out of the bag. Please go ahead.
Okay, so Ganye Gardens is actually having or hosting a picnic this Saturday, the 13th of September by 12 p.m. at the Millennium Park in Abuja. So if you're in Abuja on Saturday and you don't know what to do with your time, or you feel like engaging yourself positively, you can as well come to Ganye Gardens. Not Ganye Gardens, you can come to Millennium Park and have a feel of what a Toastmasters meeting is always like. And it's a picnic, so you know what picnics are all about. Fun, and you're going to learn, raffle draw, and guess what? When you attend our meetings this Saturday, you can actually have up to 50% discount on the registration.
Oh, really?
But attendance to the picnic is free. So I'm waiting for you to join us. And if you're unable to join us this Saturday, you can always join us every second Wednesday and fourth Wednesday of every month at Ganye Gardens. You can put it on your Google map if you're trying to find a place. And if you want more information, you can always send a WhatsApp message to my number. Can I call it?
Go ahead.
You can always send a WhatsApp message to 081 72 96 7805. Attendance for the picnic is free for all guests. Please, you're very much welcome to join us at our 5-year anniversary for Ganye Gardens Toastmasters picnic.
Right, you said something. I like that look. Now you said something about prizes to be won.
Yeah.
Okay, and you talked about a slashed membership. So I could be paying $30 for this year.
Just come. When you come, you find out. When you come, you find out.
No.
Well, like I said,
here on Joy Asonye Live, yes, we want to be very, very, very explicit.
Okay.
What is to be expected, because I want to know for me who is so charged up right now. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to join Toastmasters way before you joined.
Okay, okay. So what is keeping you?
So yeah, I'm charged now.
Okay.
The
So I
incentive.
should tell you more about the incentive.
The incentives.
Okay,
Yes,
so since
please.
it's a picnic, we're going to be having lots and loads of fun. We're going to be having games, raffle draws. So if you're able to win a game, a raffle draw, you can get up to 50% discount, but terms and conditions applied, really.
What does the terms?
The terms, when you come, you find out more about it. But truthfully, no hidden charges whatsoever.
Right.
Once you just attend, it's just a fun outing. You play games, you can win even much more. So just join us. The terms and conditions will probably be a certain timeline for you to pay, because we can't give you 50%
for indefinitely.
No, we don't do that there. Right. So we need people, and apart from that, we need people who really want to be a part of us. If you want to be a part of us, you will not be thinking about the Naira and Kobo, because it's
Right.
you can't quantify the value you're getting
with
the amount of money you're paying. That's the truth.
Right. And let me just state here, it is mentioned in US dollars because it's an international organization, and you don't pay, you pay to the global pause, and that's why it's mentioned in dollars. For those who want to come for my neck telling me, oh, we're in Nigeria, why are you talking in dollars? So that's the reason. It's an international organization, just like you would pay to be a part of any fellowship abroad. This is it. It's just that it's been brought to your doorstep. But beyond the speeches and meetings, is there a tracking that Toastmaster does for members beyond your meetings there?
Yeah, there is. So this is the third time I'm going to be mentioning the pathway.
Oh.
So that pathway is in a base camp. So every individual has, let's say, a page, and any pathway you're interested in, any path rather you're interested in, if you're interested in leadership, you can start there, but you can always do more. After leadership, you can go ahead into communication. Currently, I'm actually on the path of presentation mastery. So in presentation mastery, the first speech I gave was an icebreaker speech. And that icebreaker speech was introducing me into the community of Toastmasters. And after the icebreaker speech, the next speech I gave was the speech with purpose. So you have to write a speech and present it with purpose within 5 to 7 minutes. So you read about it, they tell you, okay, there are different ways you can give your speech. You have to structure your speech, introduction, middle, conclusion. There are different ways, either spatial ways, like just different ways Toastmasters is going to teach you. So all of this is in a base camp,
Right.
which we call the pathway. So once you pick your path, you follow it. So after my icebreaker, I prepared a speech with purpose. After the speech with purpose, the next one is vocal variety and body language. So what that pathway was about was teaching me how to use my voice, my vocals, and also my body language while giving a speech.
Right.
So after that, there's another part, and that is where the evaluation and the feedback comes in. So you learn that. So after I learned that, that was when I had the ability, or I got the knowledge on how to give feedback to people
as well.
So yeah, so as you are receiving feedback, you're also giving feedback.
Okay.
So today I can speak and still give a feedback to another person, whereas another person also gives me feedback. So it is built in such a way that after every part, or after every level, you enter from your level 1, your level 2, level 3, up until level 5 before you complete it. So when you complete that level, you can now start, when you complete that path, you can now start another part, and once you finish another part, you can now become a distinguished Toastmaster.
Oh,
so you just keep growing. Yes, you just keep growing. It's endless. The journey is endless. Even as a distinguished Toastmaster, when you give your speech, another person still evaluates you. So it's such an endless journey. Like when you choose your path, you keep going over and over and over again. So it's just an amazing method, well organized and put together, that after every point you go to the next point, from one level to another level, you just keep growing. So it's very organized, and where my role comes in is I follow every individual. In a club we have over 20 members, and I have on the page I have where I can follow each individual. So I'll know when Joy Asonye, if she's in level 2 and she needs to give a speech to move from level 2 to another level, I encourage her. So we all encourage each other. So it's just a very beautiful journey so far since I joined, because it also teaches you leadership. Even if you're not on the leadership path, as a vice president, I've been able to work with people. Click, click. As a vice president, I've been able to see or perform leadership role without even having to force it, because I'm trying to support a member, because I need the member to move forward as well. And I just can't keep explaining and explaining. You just need to feel what Toastmasters is all about. It's such an educative, networking, like it's a family you just build if you are really up to learning. Really, it's very fantastic. So the progress have been measured through the pathways.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to phrase this. Is this this pathway you are holding as the vice president education? What would you like to leave at the end of it?
Sorry.
This role you are playing and serving as a vice president education, what are the values you would like to leave, and what's the impact you would like to make before the end of the role, where I will emerge?
Where you emerge. Very good. Thank you very much for that wonderful question.
You're welcome.
So my role really is always to ensure that everybody in my club, Ganye Gardens, actually gets the value of Toastmasters. And that is why I always try to show up, organize meetings, quality meetings in such a way that people give valuable speeches, people give valuable evaluations, people play their roles right. We have grammarian roles. Did I mention that? We have the accountants. We have people who watch how you speak, people who point out, okay, you actually said a wrong English here. They won't call your name anyway. They just, oh, you actually made a comment here. I think it would have been better if you put it this way. Do you understand? So I make sure every role is being played with excellence by encouraging people to play roles, encouraging them to go through their pathways. And at the end of my journey in this 1 year, I hope that the Ganye Gardens actually wins a club award.
Oh, they are inter-club awards.
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's interesting.
I hope that everybody gets so good at their game that we're able to win awards, not only on the area level in Nigeria, but also
globally.
Globally.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's actually something.
Are you about to get teary?
No.
For this your role as president, vice president education?
No, it's just
no. It's okay to get emotional. I can understand. I mean, when you have these leadership roles, I can understand how it would get you. Your village people probably didn't tell you would get here, and here you are. But we are running out of time. So my question would be, if you have to leave our audience with something, I mean, the importance of maybe the power of public speaking, or joining, you've been saying Toastmasters Ganye Gardens, Toastmaster Ganye Gardens, what would it be?
I would say you should not lose an opportunity to learn. Any opportunity you see that has to do with self-improvement, you should take it.
Right.
Honestly.
Word, like my Gen Zs will say.
And you don't have to measure the value of things with Naira and Kobo. Just go and see for yourself. You'd be surprised. You can just join, and like I said, if you come for a meeting, you have one discount just given to you. Show up. I think the most important thing is not even about joining Toastmasters. It's showing up to anything. Show up for a talk show. Show up to give a class presentation. Show up and just do the work, really. Put in the effort. And I think the goal is just for us to get better at what we are doing. So I leave you with these few words.
You have not confused them, but thank you so much. That has been Banyinorim. I hope Banyinorim Agbo. Thank you so much for being part of the program and your insight into what's going on, how people can also learn how to communicate for impact. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. And I want to see you on Saturday,
the
by
13th.
12 p.m., the 13th.
12
and
p.m.
also every second and fourth Wednesday of every month at Ganye Gardens. Don't forget my number, 081-7296-7805. Send me a WhatsApp message and just tell me what you want to learn, and I'll give you more information about Toastmasters Ganye Gardens. Bye.
And that's it for Joy Live today. Rest assured we'll be back next time to discuss just important issues, one that you would definitely get impact